In a small town nestled between rolling hills and vibrant fields, there existed a community that thrived on the principle of positive thinking. This was not merely a quaint notion or a fleeting trend. It was the lifeblood of the town, woven into the very fabric of its culture. Here, the residents understood that the challenges they faced were not insurmountable barriers, but stepping stones to greater achievements. They believed wholeheartedly that their thoughts shaped their reality, and this belief infused their lives with purpose and resilience. Among the townsfolk was a young woman named Clara. She had always been an optimistic soul, but her journey to embody the power of positive thinking truly began when she faced her greatest challenge. Clara was an aspiring artist, her heart set on showcasing her work in the annual town art fair. As the event approached, she poured her soul into creating a collection that she believed would resonate with others. The night before the fair, she stood back to admire her work, a mix of excitement and anxiety swirling within her. However, when the day arrived, Clara faced an unexpected setback. A sudden storm rolled in, forcing the fair to be cancelled. As she watched the rain pour down, her initial instinct was to feel defeated. She had invested so much time and energy, only to see it washed away. But as she sat in her studio, the sound of raindrops tapping against the window, a thought flickered in her mind. What if this setback was an opportunity in disguise? Clara decided to embrace the situation. She took a deep breath and began to reflect on what she could control. Instead of wallowing in disappointment, she reached for her paintbrush and began to create. The rain became her muse, inspiring a new series of paintings that captured the raw beauty of nature in turmoil. With each stroke, she transformed her frustration into a vibrant expression of resilience. As the storm subsided, Clara felt a surge of energy within her. She shared her new work online, and much to her surprise, it resonated with many. People from neighboring towns began to reach out, expressing their admiration and interest in her art. Clara realized that her positive mindset had not only helped her overcome her initial disappointment, but had also opened doors she had never imagined. In this town, such stories were common. The residents understood that life was a series of ups and downs, and their collective belief in the power of positivity created an environment where challenges were met with determination. Take, for instance, Mr. Thompson, the local baker. He had faced numerous hardships in his life, including the loss of his wife and the subsequent decline of his bakery. Instead of giving in to despair, he chose to view each day as a new opportunity to honor her memory. Every morning before the sun rose, Mr. Thompson would enter his bakery, not with reluctance, but with gratitude. He would knead the dough and prepare his pastries, imagining the joy they would bring to his customers. When business was slow, he didn't complain. Instead, he organized baking classes for children in the community, sharing his love for the craft. His positivity attracted families to his bakery, and soon it became a hub of laughter and creativity. The town thrived on this cycle of positive thinking and proactive action. Residents supported one another, celebrating each other's successes and helping each other through failures. This collective mindset created a ripple effect, fostering a culture where people felt empowered to pursue their dreams, regardless of the obstacles they encountered. One day, a new family moved to the town. The Johnsons had come from a bustling city where the pace of life was frenetic and the atmosphere often heavy with cynicism. The parents, Sarah and David, were apprehensive about how their children would adapt to this new environment. They had seen how negativity could stifle ambition and dampen spirits. As the Johnsons settled in, they noticed the warmth of the community. Their children, Emma and Jake, quickly made friends, inspired by the contagious optimism that permeated the air. The Johnsons soon found themselves swept into the town's activities, attending events and participating in community projects. They witnessed firsthand how Clara turned her disappointment into art and how Mr. Thompson transformed his bakery into a vibrant gathering place. One afternoon, Sarah joined a local book club where the discussion turned to the power of mindset. The women shared stories of how positive thinking had transformed their lives, each tale more inspiring than the last. Sarah felt a stirring within her. She had always been a dreamer, but had allowed the weight of her past experiences to dim her light. That evening, she returned home with a newfound determination. Inspired by the stories she had heard, Sarah decided to pursue her long-lost passion for writing. She began to pen short stories, drawing from her experiences and the beauty of her new surroundings. With each word, she felt the heaviness lift, replaced by a sense of purpose. The Johnsons soon became an integral part of the community, their lives enriched by the connections they forged and the positivity that surrounded them. As the seasons changed, so did the landscape of the town. The residents continued to embrace challenges, viewing them as opportunities to grow and learn. Clara held her first solo exhibition, showcasing not only her art, but also the spirit of resilience that defined her journey. Mr. Thompson's bakery flourished, with the aroma of freshly baked bread and pastries wafting through the streets, inviting everyone to partake in the joy of creation. The Johnsons too found their place. Sarah published her first collection of stories, inspired by the town and its people. The book resonated with readers far and wide, and soon she was invited to speak at literary events, sharing her journey of transformation. Through their collective experiences, the townsfolk discovered a profound truth. Success and wealth begin from within. They understood that altering their perceptions could lead to a transformative experience of the world around them. Their thoughts influenced their emotions drove their actions, and their actions ultimately dictated their outcomes. In this town, positivity was not just a mindset, it was a way of life. The residents thrived on the belief that they could overcome any challenge, not by luck, but through unwavering faith in their potential and the power of positive thinking. They inspired one another, creating a community where dreams flourished and setbacks became mere stepping stones on the path to success. As Clara, Mr. Thompson, Sarah, and the others continued their journeys, they not only transformed their own lives, but also the lives of those around them. They became beacons of hope, teaching that with a positive mindset, anything was possible. In this world, challenges were embraced, lessons were learned, and every setback was met with renewed strength and determination. And so, the cycle of positivity continued, a testament to the incredible power of the human spirit. At Daniel Ascend, we believe, when you change the way you look at things, the world around you transforms.